Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1, fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, presents
X minus 1.
Tonight, The Trap by Finn O'Donovan.
Samish, I am in need of some assistance. The situation is potentially dangerous, so come at once. It shows how right you were, Samish, old friend. I never should have trusted a Terran. What a sorry mess, Samish, and the plot seemed so foolproof.
Hey, Thurston, get up. Get up, come on.
Why? What's the matter? Why?
Come on, it's daybreak.
Now, there's good news. Let me alone.
Oh, come on. You don't want to sleep through our vacation. The bird's on the wing.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning in the Adirondacks is the middle of the day.
What's the weather out?
Oh, it's raining.
For crying out loud.
Oh, don't go back to sleep.
It always rains on the first day of vacation. It's the rule of nature.
Look, I got a little fly rod with a new plastic reel that I'm just dying
you know
to
what
try.
The trouble with you is, Ed? You're in love with sporting goods equipment.
Oh, now, wait till you see this rod.
You take that rifle I sold you. You could shoot a rhinoceros with it, but you won't, because, Ed, you're essentially a friendly man.
The trouble with you is you don't like the woods.
Well, how can you say that? Don't I come with you on a hunting trip every year?
Sure, but you always manage to steer us over to Lake Placid to the cocktail lounges.
Ah, now there's real hunting. Now, there are trophies to bring back to the city. None of your paltry brown bears or black bears.
Oh, come on now, Thurston. I came up here to the mountains to hunt.
Have a drink.
Well, it's awfully early in the morning.
Well, look upon it as an extension of last night.
Well, all right. Oh. Think it'll stop raining?
No, who cares?
Well, come on now. Get dressed. It's a perfect day out there in the woods for bear.
It certainly is. That's why I want to stay right here in the cabin. Ed.
What?
Past the canteen?
It's empty.
Well, open up one of the bottles and pour it in.
Why don't you take it straight from the bottle?
What, on a camping trip? Pour it into the canteen.
Okay.
Hey. Now, this is what I call a hunting trip.
Well, you haven't been outside the cabin. Oh, come on, Thurston. Can't we go out just to hunt something, even if it's just a little rabbit? Look. It stopped raining.
Close the door. Now, you let some of the fumes out. Did you fill that canteen yet?
Hey, look at this.
What?
Right by the door.
How many times have I told you not to leave your collapsible cook stove where I can step on it in the night?
It isn't.
What is it?
I don't know. It's made out of metal. It's just sitting here in the doorway. It says, trap on the top.
What?
Trap.
Where'd you buy that?
I didn't.
Well, I certainly didn't.
Hey, there's a tag on it. Dear friend, this is a new and revolutionary design in a trap. To introduce the trap to the general public, we are giving you this model absolutely free. You will find it a unique and valuable device for the capture of small game, provided you follow precisely the directions on the other side. Good luck and good hunting. Well, now, what do you think of that?
Pass me the canteen.
If this isn't the strangest thing, do you suppose it was left during the night?
Oh, who cares?
Well, aren't you interested?
Not particularly. It's just another gadget. I've got 100 like it. My bear trap from Abercrombie and Fitch, the jaguar horn from Battlers, the crocodile
Well,
lure
I've never seen a trap like this. It's pretty clever advertising to just leave it here.
Well, they'll bill you for it eventually. You care for the canteen?
Oh, thanks. Hey, look at this thing, Thurston.
Do I have to?
Well, there are instructions on the other side. Quote, take the trap to a clearing and anchor it to any convenient tree with the attached chain. Here's the chain, all right. Press button 1 on the base. This primes the trap. Wait 5 seconds and press button 2. This activates the trap. Nothing more is required until a capture has been effected. Then press button 3 to deactivate and open the trap and remove the prey. Warning, keep the trap closed at all times except when removing the prey.
That's goofy.
No opening is required for the prey's ingress, since the trap works on the principle of osmotic suction and inducts the prey directly into the trap.
Well, somebody's been at that canteen before us.
No, that's what it says. What won't they think of next? Osmotic suction.
Pass the canteen back.
I'm going to set it.
What, the canteen?
No, the trap. Come on, help me.
Now that's the trouble with you, Ed. You're always cluttering up a hunting trip with hunting.
Come on, take this in.
All right. If it makes you any happier. Hey, boy, it's cold.
Come on, we'll carry it over to that tree.
It's heavy.
Yeah. Here, let's put it down here.
You think we really ought to fool with it?
Of course. Maybe we can catch a fox.
What will we do with a fox?
Turn it loose. The fun is in the catching. Here, take the end of the chain.
Look out, you got your foot in it.
Yeah, I guess it snaps in here. Oh, there it is.
Let's get back to the cabin. The great outdoors depresses me.
Wait a minute. I've got to press button 1.
Hey, it's glowing.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Now button 2.
Well,
I guess we just leave it.
Well, come on back to the cabin.
All right. It is time for breakfast.
It certainly is. Pass it to me and don't spill it.
Samish, where are you? You are my oldest friend. I have already beamed you the beginning of my story. The Terrans accepted my trap as a trap, nothing more, and they began using it at once with no thought as to the consequences. I had counted on this. The fantastic curiosity of the species is well known. During this period, my wife was crawling giddily around the planetoid, redecorating our hutch and enjoying the change from city life. Everything was going well.
Ed,
What?
it's your turn.
Okay, here we go. Ready on the right.
Ready on the left.
The flag is up.
The flag is waving.
Target's up.
You missed.
Oh, Thurston, couldn't we just pull the cork out instead of trying to shoot off the neck?
Oh, certainly not. This is a hunting trip. You can pull a cork off in the city.
I have often corked off in the city.
Ed, why don't you shut your trap?
Trap. Why don't... Thurston, the trap.
What about it?
Maybe we caught something. Come on.
Where you going?
The trap. There, look. We got something. We've caught something. Come on, look inside.
What is it, huh?
It's a rabbit.
You sure?
Well, look at it.
That is not exactly a rabbit, Ed.
It's the size of a rabbit.
But it's bright green. Ed, no more rum before breakfast.
No, siree.
Starting tomorrow, hand me the canteen.
What do you think it is?
Could be a rabbit.
Green? With lobster claws? And eyes on stalks?
Well, then again, it might not be a rabbit.
I think it's a new species. We'll have to build a cage and then find out what it eats.
As long as it doesn't drink. You don't suppose it drinks, does it?
No, it doesn't look like a drinking type.
No, Ed, I'm not going to share my vacation with a green rabbit with lobster claws. Probably has dirty habits. There's something very unnatural about that trap. It's inhuman.
I'll bet they said that about Ford's electric light and Edison's car and the telephone invented by Alexander's ragtime band.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, sure. I saw the movie. Come on. We'll build a cage, and then we'll set the trap again.
Okay, but we better go back to the cabin.
What for?
We better refill that canteen.
Why haven't you come yet? Samish, don't you appreciate the seriousness of my situation? Think of your old friend. Think of the lustrous-skinned Freegal for whose sake I got into this mess. Communicate with me, at least. The Terrans used a trap, which, of course, was not a trap at all, but a matter transmitter. I had the other end concealed on the planetoid and fed into it 3 small animals which I found in the garden. The Terrans removed them from the transmitter each time. For what purpose, I couldn't guess, but a Terran will keep anything. After the 3rd beast passed through and had not been returned, I knew that was all, and that everything was in readiness, so I prepared for the 4th and final sending, the all-important one, for which all else was mere preparation.
Ouch. Well, that finishes the cage.
You know what?
No. What?
Those things smell. All 3 of them.
Oh, I think they're very handsome. Well, here they are. 1, 2, and 3. First, our green rabbit. Next, our bird with 3 sets of scaly wings. And this other thing, what does it look like?
Well, it looks like a snake, except it has a head at each end. They eaten anything yet?
No, I've tried milk, mincemeat, vegetables, caviar, potato chips. They haven't touched a thing.
Maybe they're sick. Hey, what are you keeping them for?
Well, they might come in handy someday.
Oh, yeah? What for?
Thurston, have you ever desired fame?
What?
Fame. The knowledge that your name will go down through the ages.
I am a businessman. I've never considered the possibility.
Never?
What do you have in mind?
These creatures are unique.
And they smell.
We'll present them to a museum. The daily Thurston exhibit of creatures hitherto unknown.
They might name them after us. Our names will go down with Livingston, Audubon, Teddy Roosevelt, Walt Disney.
I was thinking of a wing on the Museum of Natural History that would go right across Central Park West. The Daily Thurston Wing.
Thurston Daily.
That's not alphabetical.
That's true. But, Ed, we only got 3 of them. We can't equip a wing with 3 exhibits.
Well, there must be more where these came from. Let's examine the trap.
Just a minute.
The canteen?
The canteen.
We've got something. There it is. Look, it's about 3 feet tall, a big one.
Uh-huh. A small green head and a forked tail.
Oh, look at him, waving something on top of his head.
Well, the rest were quiet. Maybe this one's dangerous. Huh?
We'll handle it with nuts.
Nuts?
Well, nets.
Oh, nuts. All right.
And then we'll have to get in touch with the museum. Thurston, take a telegram.
All right.
Museum of Natural History. Dear sir.
Or madam.
Have discovered at least 4 animals, which I suspect to be new species. Stop. Have you room for suitable exhibit? Stop. Signed, your friend Ed.
Wasn't that signature pretty informal?
You're right. Make it, your good friend Ed.
We better go back and build a cage for this latest one. It looks awfully exciting.
I think we'll make this one strong. Oh, this last specimen is the cream of our collection. Look at it. Its head is turning pink.
It looks mad, doesn't it?
Well, you'd be mad, too, if you were trapped by osmotic suction.
Say that again.
Osmotic suction.
Here, you take the canned seat. I'm way ahead of you.
What, Sammy? The rest of the story? Well, it's obvious enough. After 3 animals had passed through the transmitter, I knew I was ready. Now was the time to tell my wife. Accordingly, I asked her to crawl into the garden with me. Tell me, dear, she said, has something been bothering you of late? Have I displeased you? My dear, I said, you have tried your best, but it just isn't good enough. I'm going to take a new mate. She stood motionless, her cilia swaying in confusion. Then she exclaimed, Freagle! Yes, I told her, the glorious Freagle has consented to share my hutch, and with a clever shove, I pushed her into the matter transmitter. Sammy, you should have seen her expression. Her cilia wreathed, and she screamed and was gone. I was free at last, free to mate with the splendid Freagle. Now you can appreciate the full perfection of the scheme. It was necessary to secure the Terran's cooperation, since a matter transmitter must be manipulated at both ends. I had disguised it as a trap, because Terrans will believe anything. And, as a masterstroke, I sent them my wife. Let them try to live with her. I never could. Foolproof. Absolutely foolproof. No one could prove a thing. And then, Samish, then it happened.
Did you get the cage finished?
Yeah, our 4th animal is snug as a bug in a...
It doesn't matter.
Boy, it's a mad one, though. I couldn't help feeling it was trying to tell me something.
Come on. Here's a trap.
It's empty.
But it is. It's empty.
You suppose something's wrong with it?
Maybe there's nothing else to capture.
Oh, that's silly. Why would it capture 4 animals and then stop? I've pressed all the buttons in the right way.
Maybe the battery's down.
Osmotic suction doesn't work on batteries.
How do you know?
Did you ever hear of osmotic suction working on batteries?
No.
You see? There you are.
Why you got something there? Oh, I know.
What?
Let's go to Lake Placid and forget the whole thing.
No, this thing's got to work. It's got to. The Thurston Daily Wing of the American Museum of Natural History is at stake. Would you want that vast edifice across Central Park West to remain empty?
No.
Would you want the Daily Thurston Wing to be rented for a garage?
Or a roller skating rink? Oh, horrors, no.
It's got to work again. I'm going to open the top.
Look out.
No, let's just see what's inside here. My hand. It's gone. My hand.
No, it isn't. It's right there on the end of your arm.
Oh, well, when I put it in the trap, my hand disappeared.
You know what would do you a lot of good? A little rest in Lake Placid. I know a fine, restful cocktail lounge.
No. Look. I'll try it again with both arms. Ah, look. No hands.
Very clever.
I see how it works. Thurston, those animals didn't come from the Adirondacks at all.
You mean they're imposters?
They came from wherever my hand is.
Where's your hand?
I don't know. Do you realize there's a lot more where they come from? Thurston, the future of the Daily Thurston Wing is assured. Give me a hand up.
Ed, what are you going to do?
I'm climbing into the trap.
Oh, don't do it, Ed. You don't know what's in there.
Here I go. There goes my feet.
Hey, wait a minute. Here's a canteen. Let's have one for the road.
All right. Wish me luck.
I still don't think you should do it.
I do it for science and the Daily Thurston Wing.
Why do you hold your nose?
I got sinus. Here I go.
Samish, If you don't come immediately, it'll be too late. I must stop beaming you. The enormous Terran has completely ransacked my little planetoid. He has shoved everything, living or dead, through the transmitter. My home is in ruins, and now he's tearing down my hutch. Samish, this monster means to capture me as a specimen. There's no time to lose. Samish, what can be keeping you? You, my oldest friend, you who... What's that? Samish, what are you saying? You can't mean it. No, not you and Friegel. Reconsider, my old friend. Remember our friendship.
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, which this month features The Deep One by Neil P. Ruzick, a story which tells of a single mistake in the plan for survival, the biggest possible mistake. Galaxy Magazine on your newsstand today. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you The Trap, a story from the pages of Galaxy written by Finn O'Donovan and adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured in our cast were Donald Buca as the voice, Ralph Bell as Thurston, and William Redfield as Ed. This is Fred Collins. X-1 was directed by Daniel Sutter and is an NBC Radio Network production.
The world on a new hotline. Listen for news on the hour in the exciting hotline service all day, every day on most of these stations.
I guess that's my cue. Good morning. How y'all doing today? You bunch of weirdos. What the hell are you doing here? So, this is the morning show. This is me. I'm crazy old weird bearded guy. I like to sit here in the morning and talk to myself. Because who's going to stop me, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ace, the holiday chicken there, has got his Ace Frehley costume on. He's pretty excited about Halloween. I'm still looking for my costume. It's around somewhere. I'm going to have to dig it up today. Mm-hmm. 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 I don't even know what I'm doing for Halloween yet. I know I've got about 3 hours, well, 2 to 3 hours to play with on Halloween Thursday. So, that means that I will be trying to come up with some kind of video time machine, some kind of Halloween-themed live stuff. I don't know what to do yet. I really don't know what to do yet. I'm so confused. Right? I don't have a lot of time to prepare anything, because of course I've managed to wait till the last second for all of this. So I am just going to kind of wing it, put together some holiday elements, and see what happens. I guess since it's morning, I'm going to go check the dog situation. I'll be right back. Okay, 2 dogs. 2 dogs. 2 dogs. It reminds me of the book that I'm reading. I got to go through another chapter last night, and we just started Wounded Knee. Yeah. Yeah, and she's just about ready to have her baby, right? So Mary's gonna pop right there at the beginning of the siege of Wounded Knee, right? Ay, Chihuahua. Mm-hmm. And I don't recall. I'm sure she mentioned it, but last night when I was reading, she mentioned that the guy who fathered her child, wasn't really. He was young and unemployed, not ready to be a father or a husband. I don't recall whether or not she said if he was a full-blooded, a skin. That don't make no never mind to me. She did go into a lot of detail about how fucked up the whites are on the reservation there. Not to mention the half breeds and the quarter breeds and all of those who were eligible for all of the what am I trying to say? They're eligible for all of the benefits that the full-blooded Indians, right? And the trouble is that the full-blooded Indians want a Sioux. They want a native life. The half-blooded Indians and the quarter-blooded Indians, they want more of a white man's life. They want to be cowboys and rednecks and that kind of stuff. So they're trying to benefit off of the full-blooded Native Americans, and they're stealing from them. And it's just and are killing them off, using them for target practice. You know, one of the lines was something to the effect that I'm going to bag me a redskin by the end of the day. I'm going to bag me an Injun. You know what would be great is if somebody would give this book to the next president and say, here, I dare you to read this book and not do anything about the Native American situation in the United States. How many presidents have we gone through? 100 and some odd treaties broken, every one of them, every single treaty broken. Every single president has promised and not delivered. And it sucks. It sucks big time. The fact that they stole their Native American governments and enforced democracy upon them is just childish. Yeah. I'm ashamed of this government. How dare you, United States government? How dare you, at any time through history, to do what you've done to these people? Whether it was the 1600s or in the last decade, they've been getting nothing but fucked. Right? Am I right? Tell me I'm wrong. Prove to me that I'm wrong. Don't give me that casino bullshit either. You know, heaven forbid they would try to fucking get something out of this fucked up situation, right? Don't even talk to me about fucking casinos. That's like nothing compared to what they're owed. And we didn't do that for them. You know, the government didn't do that for them. It gives me a bloody nose to think about this shit. Literally. Not just figuratively, but literally. My nose is fucking bleeding here. Well, I'm still reeling from last week. The whole experience last week was pretty surreal, pretty heavy. It's real. It's real now. It's real now. It's real now. We got a new close family friend. It's awesome. Pretty cool stuff. So last night, I finished editing and uploading. I finished saving, processing, saving, uploading, all that stuff. Saoirse. Yeah, Saoirse Ronan. All right. So I finished and uploaded the last of the Grateful Dead shows from all right, thank you, subscriber. From 95, the Sam Boyd Stadium. I had uploaded first the show that I went to, and then I uploaded the Monday night. So I did the Sunday, the Monday. I just uploaded. It's coming out Thursday. Yeah. That was me too. Really? Come on, give it to me. Sometimes I get the wrong emoji menu, and it's a pain in the arse.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pete on Retreat. Today, I'm going to talk about how I decided to move to Pattaya, Thailand.
I am your new subscriber. There you go. There you have it. I had to check my subscribers to see who was doing what and why and where and when. And I found a new subscriber who commented on the Shoreline Amphitheater show that I went to. His last time seeing the Grateful Dead. My last time seeing the Grateful Dead. Yeah, I was once again. I vended for my friends for Friday and Saturday, and then he got me a ticket for Sunday. And I was just going as a kind of a ride along, you know. It's like I didn't have the money to go in. I didn't have the money to go. It was like, yeah, I'll go. What the hell? And it was a good thing I did, because halfway between Yosemite and the amphitheater, my friend's station wagon broke down. And, of course, I was instantly called upon as the on-site mechanic, because I had been to automotive school and had done several complete engine rebuilds. And it was an older school car, so it was easy to deal with. It was just a starter issue, I believe. We had stopped, and it just the starter would not function any longer. And we had I think it was a starter. You know what? Maybe it was a water pump. I think it was a water pump. And we had to do it right there in a parking lot. And it was... But I did it. We got it fixed, and we got to the show on time. Actually, we got to San Francisco on time. And we spent the evening in the park, looking out over the bay. Yes, that park. We went to Haight-Ashbury. We went to the Dead House. We went around, did a bunch of things. I don't think we made it to the wharf. But we did spend 3 days there at Shoreline. Like I said, I vended for 2 days for my friend. And then he got me in Sunday. And it was great. And I cried. I cried. He played this song. And I just heard in his voice that this was it. It was ticking away. And I just started bawling. I was like, what's wrong? And I said, I'm never going to see Jerry again. What? I said, this is the last tour, man. And everybody's like, shut up, you can't say that. Don't say that. He's going to live forever. And I'm like, all right, I feel it in my bones, man. This is it. I'm never going to see him again. And he'll be lucky to finish the tour. That's one of those predictions that I made that came true once again. I've made a lot of predictions in my life. I've told very few people because when I do, I get reactions like that. Shut up, man. You can't say that. And then no one will ever remember what I said, right? They'll remember something like, yeah, man, I totally thought that, man. I totally thought that. Yeah, it's because I fucking said it, you idiot. Yeah, been there, done that. Fucking sucked. Totally fucking sucked. Anyway, thanks for subscribing. Pete on Retreat. I'm going to imagine that was you who subscribed. Thank you so much. The second night of Las Vegas 95 will be available Thursday on Halloween at 8 p.m. for those of you who are interested. I'm going to go to Vidges. Alright, I got a lot of vidges here. I got a lot of videos. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is go here and get a shareable link. Copy to clipboard. Alright, let's do that. Now let's go and go to Facebook and see if we can share this link. Saved. There we go. I spaced out for a second to remember what the fuck I was doing. My last show. So here it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and paste this one in and see what happens. Okay, let's get rid of you. I don't want to configure anything on that. I just want to leave it alone. Leave it alone. There, Thursday, not Thursdat. There we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe we can watch it. I don't know, man. Well, that's great. I mean, I totally remember being there. I don't remember everybody who was there, because there were a lot of people there. Yeah, man, there was a lot of people. A lot of people from Mammoth. A lot of people from the Ren Fair. Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan. What an interesting name. Saoirse. What is she like? I think she's Irish. Saoirse. I remember her saying, you pronounce it like inertia. Saoirse, like inertia. Inertia? All right. You got it. That's pretty cool. Inertia. Saoirse. She's got inertia. That's Saoirse. Shut the hell up. Quit doing that. I gotta itch my leg. All right. So y'all know what time it is, right? It's morning time, which of course means that it's going to inevitably lead to bong hits. Coffee and bong hits. Yeah, I got no dogs in here. I got one dog in here, actually. The big dog is in here. She woke up this morning. Of course, it always happens right before I gotta wake up. Like right before 4 o'clock in the morning. Something always happens. A dog gets up, has to take a leak, scratches on the door, wants to go and get water. It's always something, right? Yeah. Always something. And Bessie, of course, big face over here. She starts having a nightmare. And she probably had that nightmare for about 5 or 10 minutes. She just kept squealing and like my wife slept through it. I'm like, is my wife gonna like nudge her with her foot or something? Because I'm like on the opposite corner of the bed. And no, she just whined and cried and whined and cried. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what she dreams of, but I kind of feel like when she's dreaming like that and she starts crying like that, I get the feeling that she's dreaming of my father. Because that's where they came from. They came from my father. So I don't know. She's a pretty emotional dog, so it's possible. It's possible. They have a pretty happy, comfortable life here, so I hope they do it in some way can remember him, right? However dogs remember. Every once in a while, I get the feeling that either one of them, Tootsie or Bessie, are kind of having a kind of a remembrance thing, right? Every once in a while, you could just kind of look into their face and they're like, huh, right? They get that sadness. That sadness. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Anyway, I had to postpone my procedure again because my insurance is up for debate right now, I guess, and I'm waiting until the 6th, the 4th or the 6th or something. I've got an appointment to discuss it and figure it out. So far, they haven't told me yes or no, so I can't just say, yeah, make the appointment, right? Because, yeah, I just got to do this and that. So I'm hoping that everything is going to work itself out. You know, I don't know. I just want to get this dealt with. And at this point, I'm literally, all right, how much money is this going to cost out the pocket? Can we just deal with it? Can I just, is it quicker to deal with it without insurance? If I just deal cash, is it quicker to get my freaking dentures, right? Because at this point, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get these old teeth replaced with new teeth really quick to knock out as much starvation as possible, because the not eating part is what's going to screw me up. I can't survive a couple of weeks without eating properly. Mushy foods are okay, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Things are going to change for a little while. It's going to be harsh. I already have trouble eating, so I just assume it's going to make it worse. You know, it's going to cut out most of the things that I want to eat, and then all the other things that I want to eat, we're going to have to change them so that I can eat them, and then that's going to change them so that I don't really want them. They're not going to be as appealing, and it's just, yeah. I love marijuana. Because it gives me life. Takes my life and gives me life, right? Geez, take my life, please. I mean, wife, yeah. No, wait. What did he say? I don't know. We started watching that Lacey Peterson documentary on Netflix. We'll probably watch some more tonight. We try not to do it every night or do it all in one sitting. I don't like to binge watch. It's like you get through binge watching a series or a show or something, and it's like 12 fucking episodes, and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? Right? It's like I like time in between each part, episode, whatever, to absorb it, right? To take it in, to think about it, contemplate. Which is why I read about a chapter a sitting when I'm reading, because I want to have time to. I don't want to get through too many chapters unless they're pretty connected and I want to get caught up. But mostly, yeah, I just read a little bit, soak it in, watch an episode, soak it in, documentary stuff, and regular movies, shows, and I just watch the hell out of stuff, you know. But when it comes to documentary type stuff, I really want to take the time to feel it, to absorb it, to commune with it, you know. Shut the hell up. Yeah. So yeah, after my friend posted this Deadheads, Sam Boyd, Silver Bowl, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1995, I was there. Pardon me for blowing your eardrums. And then I thought, well, shit, I was there too. And my friend Chris, he's like, I was there. I'm like, no shit, that's right. I'm thinking, but you were there? Melissa, you were there? I don't remember you being there. I don't remember you being there. Did we see you there? I just don't remember. I just don't remember. But anyway, it was like, wow, I had already done 2 videos. I'm like, okay, this cinches it. I'm going to do the 3rd video. And I did. that day I planned, okay, tomorrow I'm doing that video, and then by the end of the next day I had done the video, and it took forever to save. Most of the little videos that I make for my channel are within a half a gigabyte to 5 or 6 gigabytes in size. The Grateful Dead videos are 2.5 hours long, and they're about 20 gigabytes. 20 gigabytes. I would, if I was going to burn it onto my DVDs, I would need 6 DVDs, 5 to 6 DVDs to burn it. Yeah. I can't make a lot of those videos because they just eat up memory. It ate up a lot of memory to create it. It ate up a lot of memory to process and save it. I'm going to have to take my external hard drive out of this computer and plug it into this computer and move it, because clouding it and pulling it down, it's too big. It's too big. I don't have the memory on this computer to pull it off the cloud. Period. Period. Fucking A. Am I coming out glitchy this morning? Right? Is there anybody there who can tell me if I was glitchy this morning? I know that my radio shows were glitchy, the stuff that I played this morning. The X-1 and the technical difficulties this morning. It was glitchy. I kept hearing static and glitches, and I don't know if my voice is coming through like that. Am I getting any glitches or static or anything like that? Anybody there, let me know. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm registering sound. I got video. I got nothing melting here, so I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep going, right? And I'm gonna smoke a lot of pot here really quick. I did my weekly programming guide because I got everything programmed. I didn't put in the guide this Grateful Dead show that I uploaded because I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it. I decided to do it 8 o'clock on Thursday because I wanted more content, more happy content for Halloween. So I thought, okay, if I do that, I've got like a Halloween thing at 4 and then the Dead show at 8. And I thought, all right, well, if I do a live show at 5, I could do some kind of live thing for a couple of hours and squeeze in the video time machine as well. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do for some kind of Halloween live thing. I don't know. I don't know. I would love to get somebody on. I would love to get some kind of Halloween thing going. It would be great if I could do like a haunted house thing. I don't know. Let me grab some tissue. All right. So, what are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at an empty arena. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at an empty arena. I got room in this arena for like 1 million people to watch it once. And I sit here alone. Here I sit alone. I know other people watch for a second. They tune in. They go, "Oh, for the love of Pete, would this guy shut the hell up? Oh, I can change it." And then they're gone. What do you do? My friend's like, this person's got more viewers than you. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, they got like 19 viewers. I'm like, wow, man. Those are some heavy numbers. You ever pull down numbers like that, man? And I'm like, when I go live with music and stuff like that, when I'm out and about and I do a live remote, yeah, I'll get up into the 20s. But with this stuff, oh, hell no. Nobody wants to watch this. YouTube doesn't promote this kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, I wind up in people's live feeds once in a while, right? Where it's like, what's this? And they tune in. That's like my friend Joey, right? He, like, one morning, he was like, this thing kept throwing up in his live, what's live right now, right? So it kept popping up. You should check this out, something you might like. And it's like, geez. So he got on there one day, and it was just ending. So he's like, all right. So the next, he said, coming on tomorrow. So the next day he got on, he watched the whole show. Watched it for a couple of days, made a few comments. And then he says, hey, I'm going out to California. I'm like, well, fuck, stop by, dude. Right? And we were both just like, whatever, like on a whim, right? And then it got serious. And then it was like, yeah, well, I'm going to be, around this day. And I'll be looking for you. And then it's like, well, I'm going to be doing this. And I'm like, right on, man. Send me some pictures. And then I was like, dude, you're just right. Dude, cruise over. And it was like, boom. And now he's sitting at my house and we're hanging out talking for an hour, right? How surreal was that? All of a sudden, YouTube becomes live reality, right? Really cool dude. It was like instant friendship. So I was like, all right, man, well, be sure to come back. And lo and behold, I invited him to a concert, and he came back. My daughter's got this extra ticket. She's like, oh, man, what do I do with it? I'm like, well, save it in case I want to go. And I thought, well, why don't we ask Joey? I mean, he's young, and he likes the same kind of music. Why not? Bada bing, bang, boom, it worked out. He was here, hung out, went to Vegas. It was really awesome. It's an awesome life experience. Everybody should have one of those experiences, I mean, for him, it was going out into the world and hooking up with people he didn't know, right? Staying with people he didn't know, and that had to be a trip on his side, It was a trip on my side, my daughter's side. It was pretty heavy. I mean, it was all pretty weird, but it was very cool. And now we got a new family friend. I wish I could make a new family friend out of all of my subscribers, right? That would be great. 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 I'll be right back. Gotta turn the air on. Maybe I'll just turn my fan on. It's stuffy in here. My shirt says growth, if you're interested. Alright. And if you're not, I don't give a shit. If you're not interested in growth, I'm not. What the hell? No, really. Ah, coffee. So fingers crossed, shirts are going to be happening in the next day or two. I've got to go into town tomorrow, go do some more paperwork, and so I'll be stopping by. Yeah. just to get an update, see what's going on. I know they've got a couple of shirts ready for me, right? I did a special one, a special color, and then they did 25 shirts, various sizes, in one design. Last week I finished up retouching and reworking the graphic for the part of the other design. There are 2 parts, 2 screens. So I did that and got that data to them. So they immediately got that to the machine to create the screen. And then I believe it's like a 3D printer type machine that creates the screen for it. So there's that. They said that they would be running those shirts this week. So I'm on that information. I'm going to assume that by the end of the week, I'm going to have stuff in the mail. If they have something produced today in my size in the other design, then I will be picking up 3 shirts tomorrow. And picking up the balance of the shirts when they're finished. Mainly having the 2 shirts and the third that I can wear. I'll be able to put together some kind of commercial, something, something about donations. I don't know how to do this. The way, I'm sure there's a way set up for fundraising to happen, right? This is not like that because we're doing a tit for tat, right? You send money for the reunion and we send you t-shirts for your trouble, right? So it's a reciprocal thing, right? You're giving me money for the party, your share, so to speak, of the party, and we are returning the favor with some lovely t-shirts, some lovely vintage retro style t-shirts. So nobody's making any money off of this except for the shirt people, and they're going to pay their taxes. I ain't making any money off of this. I don't want this to go through my bank account. I don't want any financial responsibility to any of this. All I want to do is take money from A and give it to B, right? A and give it to C, A and give it to D, and then just fucking have the party. That's all I want to do. It's not like I'm going to be making a profit or money or starting a business with all of this. If I become really good at doing a shirt thing, then yes, eventually I may actually start a legitimate business selling shirts, coming up with my own weird designs and selling shirts. I imagine that I'm going to have a small handful of shirts throughout all of this that I'm going to be using as a giveaway thing. I've already got one giveaway that's got to go out. As soon as I get one of the shirts in, actually I'm going to do a twofer. I'm going to send out 2 shirts to somebody who has won the drawing that I did back, a long time ago, months ago. And I did a 100 subscriber drawing, and I just pulled some subscribers out of a popcorn bucket, and said that I got their size and addresses, and said I would be sending some shirts out. And that was months ago. I never had any shirts to send out. I was just going to grab some local shirts here and send those out. And then I thought, well, fuck. That's okay, but I would rather send out something a little more personal. So, yeah. I've got an extra pair of shirts that are going to be going out to somebody. And who knows, that might bring in a donation, right? I'm going to be sending out forms to people for them to print and mail in. If you want to print this and mail it, that's fine. If you want, here's another sheet for you to keep track of donors in case you want to collect some donations and more and get more t-shirts sent to you, right? It's like, all right, send me the donation, the size, the address, the name, all of that pertinent information, and then they're on the list. And not only that, but now they get a form to fill out to order more shirts, and they get the long form for donations, right? You want a donation form? And then you can take that to work with you and get people, you want one of these shirts, right? Donate some money to my party and you can have a shirt. 2 shirts. I was going to do it for a different price, and then my anti-greed gene kicked in, and I thought, well, you know, I only need to raise X amount of dollars, and so that if I go after people for X amount of dollars, nobody's going to donate, right? If I go after people for X amount of dollars and then give them something in return, nobody's going to donate. If I bring the price down, still, one shirt for, like, let's say $50 donation, that's too much. All right, how about 2 shirts for $50 donation? All right, half of that 50 is probably going to go to pay for the shirts, those 2 shirts, and the other half is going to be for the party. That's a pretty fair deal. You know, I could try to go after more. I'm not going to get it. If I make it so that you're getting 2 shirts for about the price of 2 shirts just by donating, I think people are going to be really on board with that, right? I think so. And it's just around the corner. It's just around the corner, you know. And I think once I can come in and say, okay, look, I mailed out the few shirts that people actually followed through with the donation, right? I mailed out a couple of other shirts to people who I know are going to follow through with the donation, or at least are going to help me get more donations, right? And then, yeah, I've got, once I can say, okay, look, all those other shirts are gone, and I've got the donations, here's a chunk of money, print the rest of the shirts, and let's work on the next shirt. The next shirt is going to be a doozy. I've got some great stuff rolling in the works. The next shirt is just going to be fucking awesome. Yeah. Fucking A, right? So, here's on you, mate. Man, I'm just, every time I think about this whole thing, I just get antsy. I mean, we're ticking away. We're ticking away. Time is a ticking. Fucking A. Fucking A. I can't wait. I can't wait. No, really. Getting all pumped up again. Alright, that could use some heat. I'm in one of those media overload moods where I just want to put on, I just want to crank on some music behind me. I want to put on a movie here. I want to put on some kind of media here. I want to sit and edit. I mean, I just want to be surrounded by video and sound right now, right? Totally. It's Minecraft Monday. Good old Minecrafting Monday. So, at some point today, I will be grabbing the Switch from my daughter's room and installing it here into the mix. And then at 5 p.m. this evening, we're going live with some Minecrafting. I haven't played in since last week. Did I play last? I don't remember. I think I did. I think I played last week for about an hour. I think what I'm going to do now is I found a village, big giant cherry forest. I've kind of moved further north in my lost adventure. I'm somewhere north. I know I'm somewhere north of my world in Minecraft. I'm way far north. So I'm just out there exploring. I found another giant glacial peak with some mobs who are living on top in one of those weird forts. And it's kind of weird. So but eventually I'm going to take it over and kick them out and build some kind of mountain retreat there. But until then, I am going to be building a path around that big giant mountain and then straight at the that new village that I found. So point one is I need to get to that village and secure it. I need to encompass it in walls so that first the Iron Giant can't escape, and then once the place is well lit, mobs can't get in or spawn. Once I do that, I can complete my road on its way to that village from my most northern outpost, which is just above a mine. So I have yet to go down into the mine as well. I've made a little path down partway there. Now I need to complete the path down into the hole in the ground and get to that mine, because that mine is going to give me a lot of resources. If I can create some kind of village there at that northernmost outpost, just in create a walled-in area with a nice, flat, safe place, create some buildings with a lot of doors and beds and workbenches, and then bring over 2 villagers from the nearby village via mine cart. That mine down there should give me a lot of mine rails, power rails, carts, that kind of stuff. And that's it. And then mine the rest of the resources, build a rail all the way over there to that village. And then bada bing. Bada bing, bang, boom. And then at some point, when I decide I don't want to be lost anymore, I can start building a road south to connect with a road down there heading north, right? And drive that golden spike. That's a lot of mine rail to go from where I'm at now all the way home to the nearest mine cart, which is, I believe, the Honey Drop Ranch, which is pretty far south. It's got to be at least 2 pages south. That's several thousand clicks, right? Yeah, I like to say that. I don't know. It's a yard, right? 1 square is about a yard. Square yard. So That's the way I look at it. It appears to be about 3 feet, 1 square, equal to. Oh, sounds like. Yep, Mom's awake. Oh, nah, it's the kid. Oh, right, university. So at some point, I'm going to be getting up from here in my chair, and I'm going to be putting together the cooler for my daughter to take with her to university. Twice a week. This semester, next semester, it's going to be 4 times a week. Oi. Oi. I should be getting that friggin' van fixed. So that somebody can be doing that everyday, weekly thing, and somebody can be here with a vehicle. Because at this point, we're down to just 1 vehicle. It's kind of a bummer. You know? So, it's either that or we get rid of this old Saturn that we got out there and try to find some little round-the-town car. Something cheap. Something like we used to have a little Geo Metro that was perfect. It was a great little 3-cylinder around-the-town car. You know, it was great on long trips because it got great gas. It was a little 5-speed. It was a great little gas saver. It was a gas sipper. That thing just sipped on the gas. But if I could get something like that, just to cruise around town, you know. I mean, literally an electric vehicle, a golf cart, something slightly bigger than a golf cart but smaller than a car, because it's just around town. I mean, it's literally no more than a 10-minute drive wherever we need to go from here. So, something electric would be good. Something that would take, you know, that would last a couple of hours would be perfect. Drive it 10 or 15 minutes to some place. How much charge we got left? Well, that's fine to get home. You know, or shit, we better plug it in for the hour or 2 we're here, right? Whatever. I don't know how those things work. Whether you have to drain them all the way to plug them in, or you can just plug it in, drive it for a few minutes, plug it back in, drive for a few minutes, plug it back in. Is it going to screw everything up? I don't know. Somebody tell me. What's the best cheap-ass electric vehicle you can get, you know, for just local round-the-town shit? Because I'm thinking a little golf cart, a little electric golf cart, you know, a couple $1,000, something that's got the enclosure that you can put around it, something that eventually you can install a little air conditioner, little battery-powered air conditioner or swamp cooler or something. There's a lot of options. I can MacGyver a lot of stuff, you know. If we had a little golf cart, man, that thing would be looking righteous, because I would just keep adding stuff to it, right? Add a solar panel and a whole other battery system for accessories. That would be the shiznizzle, wouldn't it? Like 2 big deep cell batteries running off a solar panel that keeps them trickle charged while you're using them, and then you plug those in at home as well. You know, and that powers your stereo and your fans and your lights and you know, a little outlet so you can plug in your phone and shit. That would be awesome. And living in a little tiny town like this, I mean, the only time you're on the highway is when you got to cross over to the other side, right? And it's just a little 4-lane through the middle of town, Main Street type highway, right? Every place has got those. Hi, Sam. Sam stopped by for a visit. There he is in his chair there. Yeah. Anyways, orderly. So technically my show looks like it's been doing okay this morning. I'm sure it's still acting weird sound-wise. I don't know. Somebody's going to have to tell me if my sound is staticky or glitchy or ticky or something. Do I sound like I'm in the bottom of a metal barrel on an Sometimes it gets weird, and I can't tell until after the fact, or until somebody tells me. Right? So there you go. Anyway, it's coffee, bong loads, conversation is the theme of the day, the normal theme of the day. It's Minecrafting Monday tonight. It's Monday movie memories all Monday long. So anytime you want to talk about movies, I've tried to load up a lot of educational movies and films and stuff so that people could watch and then show up and talk about it, which is why it was like, well, I want to discuss these things. And it was like, well, there's nothing to discuss, right? So now there's a lot of old-time radio to discuss. I've uploaded hundreds of hours of old-time radio. I've uploaded hundreds of hours of old educational films from the 80s all the way back to the 30s, right? I've uploaded a lot of television stuff, television commercials, previews, TV spots, actual TV shows, entire TV programs. So there's a lot to discuss. Throwback Thursday, I've uploaded quite a few concerts, Grateful Dead being a lot of it. Flashback Friday, let's talk about the past, you know. So I'm kind of hoping that at some point when I come back full tilt after my hiatus, that I will have more reason for people to come and chit chat. I'm really going to open up Pandora's box and start pulling out just every kind of rabbit I can fucking find. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I'm not sure what to do for Halloween. I'm not sure what's going to go on for the holidays. I will probably not be around for the holidays. I will try to do holiday-themed content. I may go live with weird stuff, because, you know, par for the course, right? But, yeah, after I have my procedure, before I do my comeback, there's going to be a little intermission in the channel, a little bit of a break without me. There'll still be content coming in, and I will be able to do some content with me, kind of, right? I've got a lot of stuff recorded that I can use and edit to come up with some new content. So that'll be happening. But it is going to get kind of interesting for a while. I'm going to start to do themed programs where I can discuss a lot of the stuff that's in this room. A lot of the stuff that you see around me means so much to me. So I think it needs to be talked about. So I will, when I come back, I will be going into everything in this room, piece at a time, and talking about it. Why I have it, where it came from, why it means what it means to me, that kind of shit. And, you know, the information about the content itself. You know, it is morning. I will be right back. Check this out. Pardon me, I was enjoying the highlight of my day, talking with my daughter and making her lunch ready. Yay! I didn't get to do a lot of that while she was young because I was working all the time. It's kind of a bummer when you're working or too strung out on antidepressants or pain pills to even fucking remember anything, right? What a screwed up time that was. Anyway, I'm going to get back over there and I'm going to make a few more things and get that cooler packed. And then I'll be back for the rest of the morning. Don't go away. I'll be right back. I'm back, babies. Well, so I took the initiative and did the entire lunch today. I never get to do that, so I got to make sandwiches and stuff. And pack all the goodies. I almost started crying. The opportunity to be a dad and do dad stuff is really awesome. I never thought I'd be able to do this, right? Not only help raise a kid, but see her off to university, you know. Yeah. Gets me a little misty-eyed. Nonetheless, I am in pain, and I will be doing some bong hits here, babies. Because I can. I paid my dues. I don't drink the booze. It helps me to snooze. What have I got to lose? Oh, right. Oh! Anyways. The dogs are a little riled up this morning. Dogs is a little bit riled up this morning. They're getting a little riled. Up. That's cool. The door's open, so the dogs can go in and out. I didn't want to have to keep bugging the missus opening that door. So there's a fan on in there, so she can't really hear me. So that's cool. She's probably going to be getting up here soon, assuming she's going to assume that she has to make lunch. But I've already taken care of that. The kid has eaten. She has eaten retoasted homemade waffles. Mom likes to make pancakes and waffles and stuff and then put them in a bag in the fridge. And then the next day, Natalie can come and just chuck them in the toaster and heat them up. And the waffles are the best because they, in the toaster, they get crispy. And they're just perfect they're soft and chewy on the inside, and they get crispy on the outside, and they're just perfect for dipping. Just perfect for dipping. Sans fruit. Usually we like to do fruit on the waffles to try to have a little, a little bit of fruit, you know, get vitamins, fiber. We're not doing apples today. I picked up some grapes, so the kid is going to do grapes today. And then I picked up enough lunch stuff for today and then Wednesday. And then next week we'll mix it up again. We'll try to mix it up. Keep it, you know. Keep the jellies changing, you know. Grape jelly, apricot jelly, strawberry jelly. Keep switching between them jellies. Keep switching between those lunch sandwich ideas, right? We can't really do any good hot sandwiches. But if I could do a really good cold sandwich and then eventually send along a thermos with some soup, that'd be awesome, right? A good ham and cheese with some tomato soup. You know, that'll do. I do that all frickin' day long, especially in the winter. And we're in the deserts, high desert, so it gets chilly up here. Not as bad as it's not as bad down there, but up here it gets pretty cold. All right, those dogs are picnicking kibble all over. They can't help it. They love to get around. What about you, Ace? Do you like to go on picnics? Ace is he's a little bashful. He's a little shy. The good old holiday chicken in his Ace Frehley mask. Yeah. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. I'm going to have to come up with some different... I've got a bunch of webcams, right? USB webcams. I'm going to have to get some kind of port that I can install all of them, put them around the room. I'd like to do a doggy level dog cam, something about the height of the big dog or the little dogs, maybe the height of the little dogs, so we can see what they see when they look up at big dog, right? That would be cool. But yeah, a little doggy cam, something that's in their area, something underneath it that they're attracted to, right? That would be totally cool. Totally cool, man. Anyways, give me a couple of minutes here. We've got another awakening. Back in a flash. Well, she didn't hear me because she woke up and she walked right outside and started taking pictures of the sunrise. That's my wife. Of course, she got a great shot. It looks like fire in the sky way out toward Arizona. Beautiful. Of course, the sun rises way to the south from where it usually rises. Normally, it would rise directly above the college where my daughter attended, just out my window. I could look straight out my window east, and there was the sun rising right up over the college. Now the sun is coming up way south of that. So it's a little bit different. Give me a second here. Mi familia. I love to listen to them talk in the morning. Half in Spanish, half in English. It's very, very cute. They're just adorable. She's like, I go out and look at her. Ooh, look, taking a picture of the sunrise. She says, yeah, why don't you come out once in a while? I'm like, no, I'm like a vampire in the sun, baby. So no, I don't usually go out. It hurts. I like to stay at home. It doesn't hurt as much. Yeah. Totally. right, here's a radio show that's about 15 minutes long. That should be interesting. Let's check this out. That'll give the girls a little privacy here. All right.
Countdown for blast off.
I'll be back after this.
5, 4, 3, 2, X-1, fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction, presents
Minus 1.
Tonight's story, 0 Hour, by Ray Bradbury.
It was a perfect summer day in the year 1985. Sunlight illumined the suburbs, and the town drowsed on a tide of warm, sunlit air. On the lawns, the children played, and in the homes, busy mothers prepared for the evening arrival of their husbands.
Excuse me, Mom.
Good heavens, Mink. What's all the excitement?
We're playing a game, Mommy, the most exciting game ever.
What are you doing in that cabinet?
I need some tools from Daddy's kit.
Your father may not
I'll
want...
take good care of them, Mom, I promise.
Very well, dear. Don't lose anything. Oh, what's the name of the game, Mink?
Invasion.
Invasion. What will they think of next?
This, and this, and this, and this. Put that over there and bring that over here. No, you ninny. Now get back while I fix this. They want it this way. See?
Sure. Just let me fix this.
We'd better talk to Drill and get some more instructions, Art.
Where is Drill? Drill? Hey, Drill! Drill!
He's in the rose bush, I think. I'll talk to him myself, and you write it down on the pad.
Okay.
Drill? Drill? Okay. Drill wants you to write down triangle.
What's a triangle?
Never mind. Drill will tell us when he wants us to know. It helps the invasion.
Well, how do you spell it?
Drill, how do you...
Shh! Mink, here's your mother looking out the window.
Mink? Who are you talking to?
The rose bush, Mom. Only it's not really a rose bush. That's Drill.
Well, who's Drill?
He's planning the invasion.
Oh, what an imagination. You'd better come in, dear, and clean up for supper.
In just a second, Mom. Art, did you write down what Drill just said?
Yup. 4, 9, 7, and A, and B, and X, and a fork, and a string, and a hexagony.
Hexagonal, Droopy.
Oh.
Come in, Mink. Supper's in 10 minutes.
Okay, Mom, just a minute. I have to tell Drill. I wish we didn't have to eat, though. It holds up the invasion.
Mink, for heaven's sake, slow down. You'll choke on that soup.
I can't, Mom. It's a matter of life and death.
What's a matter of life and death?
The invasion.
What invasion is that?
Oh, just some silly game the children have been playing.
Well, whatever it is, Mink, it'll wait until you've finished your supper, I'm sure.
But Drill is waiting for me, Daddy.
Oh, who's Drill? New boy in the neighborhood?
He's new, all right, only you can't see him. Not yet. He hasn't come through yet.
What do you mean you can't see him?
He lives in a rose bush in our backyard.
Oh.
Imagination, Henry.
Mm-hmm. Well, while you're at it, tell me more about this new game.
It's Martians invading Earth, Dad.
What?
Well, not exactly Martians, Dad. They're from, I don't know, from up.
And from the inside of that little head of yours.
You're laughing. Drill said you would. You'll kill Drill and everybody.
Well, I didn't know you could kill a Martian.
Not really a Martian, Mom. Maybe he's from Jupiter. Or Venus, even.
Imagine.
They couldn't figure out a way to attack the Earth. So the kids are helping the Martians.
Oh, pretty slick, those Martians, using the kids for a fifth column, eh, Mary?
Drill says after the invasion, we can stay up as late as we want. No more baths either.
Oh, is that so?
And we can watch all the grown-up televisor shows.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't wonder this invasion has caught on among the kids.
Some of the kids are giving us trouble, like Dale Britz and Petey Jarrick. They're growing up, so they won't believe in the invasion. They make fun. Worse than parents, even. I hate them worst. We'll kill them first.
I hope you're saving your father and me for last.
Drill says you're dangerous. Know why?
Why?
'Cause you don't believe the Martians ought to let us kids run the world. But I think they'll let me keep you because I'm helping so much. I'll talk to Drill. Maybe we won't have to kill you.
Mary, I think this nonsense has gone far enough.
Can I go out now, please?
Run along, dear.
Don't worry, Dad. I won't let them hurt you.
Televisor.
Oh, would you please connect me with Mrs. Helen Rogerson on Channel 72Z, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
What is your channel, please?
817X, New Rochelle, New York.
Thank you. Just a moment. Go ahead. You can see your party now.
Hi, sis. How are things in New York?
Fine, Helen. How are things in Pittsburgh? You look tired.
Oh, I've been having a terrible time with the children.
Sick?
No, just underfoot. They've got a new game that's got me just about crazy. It's called Invasion.
Did you say invasion? Isn't that strange? My mink is playing it, too.
My boy Tim is all involved with some imaginary fellow named Drill, who's running the invasion.
Must be a new password. Mink likes him, too.
How do you suppose these games start? My backyard looks like a scrap drive. They've got every conceivable kind of mechanical gadget out there. I talked to Josephine Schiller in Boston, and she says her kids are wild about it, too. It's sweeping the country.
I can't understand it. Helen, do you suppose...
What?
Oh, nothing. Just a wild thought that crossed my mind. Oh, say, the reason I called is that black and white cake recipe...
What was that?
I don't know. One of the children might have hurt himself. I'll have to run and see, dear. Call me back tonight, will you?
All right, Mary. Bye.
Mink? What is it? Who was that who screamed?
Peggy Ann.
What happened?
She got scared and ran home.
Did you hit her?
Nope, she just got scared. She's a scare baby anyway.
Now, Mink, tell me why she screamed.
No, I can't.
Mink, you'll answer me or come inside this instant. I've had enough nonsense.
I can't quit now, Mom. It's almost 0 hour.
Then tell me what frightened Peggy Ann.
Okay, she saw Drill. He almost came through.
Through what?
Those pipes and things we set up. She looked into one of the pipes and screamed. I guess she saw Drill.
And no one hit her?
No, Mom.
Very well, Mink. I'll call Peggy Ann's mother and see how she is.
If we could only get Drill through, it would be easy. Then all the others could come through after him.
I'm going in now, Mink. I'll call you in for your bath in half an hour. Your father and I want to go out tonight.
You won't be able to go out, Mom.
Why not?
0 hour's 5 o'clock, Mom.
Hello, dear.
Oh, you're home early, Henry.
Mm-hmm. Thought I'd relax a little before we went to the theater. Where's the little one?
Out back.
Oh, same game?
Mm-hmm. Same game. They've got a stack of pipes and hammers and spoons a mile high out there.
Oh, my children. Why do we have them?
Well, they are strange creatures, aren't they? Even Mink. She's a part of us, and yet...
Yeah, look, dear, I'd like to discuss this with you, but we do have a theater date, and it's almost 5 o'clock now, so... Say, what's happened to the kids? They're so quiet. Now, when children are quiet, you know there's some mischief. Say, what's that sound?
I don't know.
Those kids aren't playing with anything electrical, are they?
Well, I'm sure they aren't. At least...
Just the same, I'd better go out.
Henry, ask them to put off the invasion.
Good Lord, what's that? Mary, look out the window.
Henry!
What is it? Where are the children? Mary, why are you shaking? What did you see?
Henry! Quick, up to the attic.
Well, they aren't in the attic.
Yes, the attic, quick.
No, Mary, come back here. Mary, don't go up. They aren't up there. Mary, are you out of your mind? There's no one up here.
Quick, shut the door. Lock it.
But there's nothing up here. What is wrong with you? Now, Mary, come to your senses.
Henry, we've got to stay here and hide.
What are you talking about?
I saw it through the window. Henry, it was horrible. They weren't making believe. It is an invasion.
Oh, Mary, for heaven's sake, let's get down out of this attic and talk this over sensibly. I want to find out if Mink is all right.
She's all right. I saw her. She was leading them around the corner of the house.
Leading who? The kids?
Shh. Listen.
Well, there's nothing.
Listen. The front door. They're coming.
Good Lord, those kids sound like 50 men with boots on.
No, not men. Oh, please, God, don't let them find us. Don't let them, please, God.
I don't understand this. Who's there?
Don't shout, they'll hear.
Who's down there? I demand that you answer me.
But they're coming. The whole house is shaking.
Who's there?
Hush, please be quiet. They might go away. Henry.
Mom? Dad? Are you in the attic?
Henry, listen.
That's Mink. It's Mink. We've got to save her.
Henry, don't you understand? She's leading them.
What?
She's leading them. She's on their side, Henry. Oh, please, God, forgive them.
The children on their side?
She told us, but we wouldn't believe her. Shh, listen. They're coming up. Oh, God.
Mom? Dad? We know you're in there. I guess you better melt the lock drill.
Henry, the lock. It's melting. The door. Oh, dear God.
Mom, Dad? Oh, I see you now. Peekaboo!
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you 0 Hour by Ray Bradbury, as adapted for radio by George Lefferts. Featured in the cast were Nina Reeder, David Pfeffer, Peggy Lubin, Les Damon, Raleigh Bester, Bob Hastings, and John Larkin. X-1 was directed by Daniel Sutter and is an NBC Radio Network production. And now, next week, The Vital Factor by Nelson Bond. The story of a man who sought to rule the universe and then discovered that this formula for gaining that power was minus one precious ingredient. You'll hear it on X-1.
It's Groomed for Your Interests, weekday, NBC.
All right, that was pretty cool. I'll have to admit, I dig that show. I love it. It's one of my favorite of all old-time radio shows is X-1. I have listened to these shows over and over. I've enjoyed them for bedtime. I've enjoyed them for lunchtime. I've enjoyed them for commuting. I love sharing them with people. And they go, what the hell are you listening to? Check this out, man. Check it out. Like, wow, dude, it's like TV without the picture. I'm like, totally, dude. It's like, you know, who doesn't like stories, right? Let me turn this up a little. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. My dog's snoring. He likes to snore. He's the old man. 'Cause it's raining and pouring. The old man is snoring. You remember that? Huh? He's the old man snoring. He's getting old just like me. He's got gray hairs and skin tags and moles and stuff. Yeah, sleeps a lot. Getting fat. That's what happens when we get old. You're awake and you're snoring. You got a funny dog. Funny, funny. Good morning. How are we today? I guess I'm doing alright. Shubop shillelagh. Shaboing boing. That's all I got to say about that. Don't ask me to repeat it, because I'll just say Shubop shillelagh. Bop the boing boing. That was different. Of course it was. Because I am. So yeah, that was that we just listened to 0 Hour, right? From November of 1957, I'm gonna say. Something like that, yeah. It's crazy. Right? November 23rd, November 23rd, 1955. Yeah. Some of the last episodes of 1955. And it goes all the way through 1956 and then 1957. And then we get a couple of episodes in 1958. I think the last 2 episodes from 1958 are Prime Difference and Gray Flannel Armor, which actually they're going to premiere this week. Tomorrow and Wednesday. Those 2 episodes. And then Thursday is the last episode of X-1. That series will be complete. I will be going back into the playlist or into the description of each video and confirming which shows are repeated and which date they are repeated and which episode they are repeated as, so that we can have that information as well. Friday begins Dimension X, another of my favorite shows, the parent show to this one. It started as Dimension X for a season or 2 and then fizzled away and then became X-1 in 1955. And great show. A lot of the shows that we've already heard on X-1 were originally broadcast on the Dimension X radio show. So there'll be a lot of similarities, but different cast, different story twists and that kind of stuff sometimes. It's really neat to share this show with people. Because while a lot of people know of old-time radio, they usually think, you know, the Lone Ranger, Jack Benny type stuff, Orson Welles. Not a lot of time do you get people familiar with the sci-fi stuff. No, I'm not going to donate to your party or your election or any of that stuff. You have nothing to offer the people, so therefore you have nothing to offer me. And I won't choose between the lesser of 2 evils no longer will I do that. I will go and vote. I will vote for the the propositions and the things that we're allowed to vote on to change things, and try to do the best I can there, navigating that language. But when it comes to voting on a particular, I'll write in, you're all assholes, right? What are you going to do? Neither party at this point is offering anything, right? They're just offering bullshit. Same old bullshit, same old tired bullshit. And I'm over it. Totally over it. Just this one guy in charge bullshit facade that they try to throw at us. I can no longer, in good conscience, accept that bullshit for reality. No. So I'll be voting to an extent. But nobody has, from either direction, has convinced me that they're worthy. We just don't get any good people. We get fake-ass motherfuckers, all right? Neither one of these fuckers did anything to help us, right? What are they going to do now? They're going to help themselves some more. Just like they've been doing, and they're going to pull the wool over people's eyes and make them think with their gender or their celebrity or whatever it is they're going to use to get the vote. It's all bullshit in the end because they're not going to follow through. It's always campaign promises. Nothing ever gets done. Except we get the fucking bullshit. And they get richer. They go on, the lecture circuit. They make all of these deals while in office, so when they get out, they cash in. Don't think it's not like that, because it is. Lots of payola in the fucking White House. The last asshole proved it. The current idiot is just a fucking moron. But he's same fucking thing. Everybody's getting their squeeze out of it, and we're getting squeezed. Oh. Yeah. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Us poor saps. Poor saps. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. It's scary. Well, I guess I'll be pulling out that daybed over there and getting ready to move this stuff around and create a full-time editing studio over there for a while. Because that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be creating a lot of content, much of it from scratch, a lot of it from old original content, and some borrowed content. A lot of concert footage. Once I get this other hard drive, I'll have to get some way of interpreting the information that's on my phone, on the Apple, so that I can bring it over easier. I've got stuff on my phone that my computer will not recognize. So I need to figure out how to set up the email on my phone and see if I can Dropbox the stuff to myself just straight from my phone. So that's my next big technical thing once I get a memory upgrade. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to set up kind of the same scenario for next season for the morning when I come back. It will be a morning thing like this for probably an hour. I think if I can squeeze out my more people wanting money. If I can squeeze out more, original content. I'm sorry, let me deal with this idiot here. Yeah, goodbye. What I need to do is continue with my live stuff, but just squeeze it into an hour, and then spend a couple of hours doing, like I said, stuff around the room here. I got a lot of stuff to do in here and a lot to share, so I want to do it while I can. So I'll probably try to stick with the original themed days. I'll just expand on those. On Mondays, we'll go more into movies. I've got hundreds of movies on DVD, hundreds on VHS. I've got a bunch on 16 millimeter Betamax. I mean, I've just got crap everywhere. So I'd like to get into, playing with that stuff. I'd like to create more theme music for some of these days so that each day has its morning show theme, but then it has its segment themes, so I can get into the Tuesday television stuff and play a little TV theme and then talk about television, old TV shows and the stuff that's out on DVD, the stuff that's streaming, where to find it, how to find the really good stuff, and then on occasion share links with where some of this stuff can be found on the internet or especially on YouTube. A lot of people are uploading all kinds of stuff. I upload my favorite stuff, but everybody's already uploaded all of the stuff that I'm doing, because that's just the way it is. If there's stuff that can be uploaded, somebody's going to find it, and 20, 100, 1,000 somebody's are going to find this shit and upload it. I am not a monetized channel, so I'm not making money off this crap. I'm just doing it because it's always been a part of my life, and I kind of want to share it. And this whole channel is about me kind of time traveling through my own life, right, and my experiences. So we're going to go a lot of weird places and see a lot of weird stuff and hear a lot of weird things along the way. But if you investigate my channel and the playlists and all of that and all of the videos, you'll see a pattern. The pattern is me. The pattern is time travel, and the pattern is all of these things that are kind of in some way a part of my life. The shows, the movies, the radio. It all comes back to me and time traveling through the years. That's kind of the crux of the channel there. If my channel had a theme, that would be it. So, when I come back from the hiatus, it's going to be more about the themes and more about how that pertains to my life, right? How can I share with you all of the stuff that I have? Well, I've got a lot of movies. We can't watch them. I can link to them. I can offer to do a watch party. But other than that, I can't share it on YouTube. I can put together trailers and we can watch those, which is going to work. But like if I show a 45, I can't play what's on the 45. I can share a link and have that link ready for the day, so I can say, okay, here's the link, bada bing bang boom, and kind of do a show like that where I can share stuff with you and then show you where to find it if you don't have it. getting craggy. So my whole channel is going to once again take kind of a turn. And I'm glad that I have the programming, right? The daily programming during the week to kind of keep the channel afloat. And then I've got like this Grateful Dead video that's going to premiere on Halloween at 8 o'clock. And other stuff that I'm going to create. And then just pop it in there. Say, okay, look, here's a surprise video. Here's a concert I went to. Here's an event that I was at. So it's gonna get more better. I like those family photo album things and the photos from my wife's phone. Those are always fun because I've got like countless files of photographs. You know, upwards of 100,000 just random photos, right? Computers are great because you can save everything, and I do. And I've got little tiny hard drives from old computers packed onto the next hard drive that's a little bit bigger, and then packed onto the next, and then onto external hard drives. And I've just got phones downloaded onto external hard drives. So I've just got so much information buried in these hard drives. Sometimes I come across stuff that just, my mouth just drops, my jaw just goes, because I don't remember this. Where did this come from? Oh my God! Now I get. Oh my! No way! Yeah. I use photos not only to time travel, but to tell time where things are at. You know, in my own chronology, right? I look at a photo and go, aha, that is this period and that this event, and it's about this year, you know, at about this time of year, and I can really kind of whoosh. It's not like that with recent stuff. Old stuff, yeah. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you show me a photograph and I'm like, yep, I remember that. I know exactly when that was. You show me a photo from last year and I'm like, was I there? That's you. Oh, shit. Yeah. Cold coffee. Am I ready for a warm-up? Possibly. Anybody? Anybody ready for a warm-up? So, yeah. I've really been kind of floundering, seeking direction on the channel. I haven't been worried too much about following a daily theme that I've arranged because they're mainly for me. You know, Monday movie memories, Totally Television Tuesdays, that kind of stuff. That's for me so that I know what to talk about. And if anybody who's been watching the channel and absorbing a lot of these videos and radio shows and stuff, they got something to talk about and discuss with me. And that's kind of what I was always shooting for, is some kind of back and forth, right? And while I have gotten a surprising amount, considering I don't have many viewers, I'm hungry for more interaction with people, like-minded individuals who remember old-time radio or old TV or movies and that kind of stuff, who saw these things in school, you know, who did some of these projects, those arts and crafts things, you know, that we used to do. So I'll be dipping into that kind of stuff and bringing more of it and really immersing myself in a year. I think I'm going to try to switch up the camera situation so that I can bring you an older picture, right? How can I make my cameras give you an older feel, right? So I'm going to be working with the different settings on the cameras, the different overlays and stuff, the key graphics I can do with the mixer, what I can do with the two computers, how I can use an Apple phone as a media player to introduce stuff into the mix. So at this point, I'm only using about maybe 8 to 10% of the technology that I have available. So I want to squeeze some more juice into the brain and figure out what to do technically to make the show kind of bump up a little bit. Yeah, somebody mentioning my show this morning. I try to share the show's link every morning, and every evening I do a show, so that I can spread the word and try to build up some kind of, if not a fan base, some kind of regular viewers. You don't have to be a fan. You don't have to like. You don't have to subscribe. If you like to turn it on and go about your business, that's great. I do that all the time. If you just need another guy in the room, but you ain't got the room for it, and you just need another voice ticking away, put me on. I'm there. I can start talking and never shut up. Ask my wife. She's like, shut the hell up. It's 3 a.m. Playing video games and just talking to yourself. Shut up. And then my dog, he thinks I'm talking to him. So he's constantly like, yeah, do tell. No way, really? You know, I get a lot of physical response from my animals here. They think it's about them. They don't know I got a camera on. Hold on. I like to say private num-nums to the family when they leave. Because, you know, some things have to be private. This studio is in my living room here. All right? This is my living room. It ain't big, but this is where we live. So everything kind of happens here. It's a small house. Limited wall and door space between here and the rest of the house. So if it happens here, you're going to see it. You're going to hear it. So I try to cut down on the picture and cut down on the sound when the girls are about, right? So there you go. I'll probably do it again here when my daughter is getting ready to leave. I got to run this cooler out, so let me do that. Okay, Sam. Look. There you go. Stay here. Oh, you're going to stay on camera? No, you can't even see you. You're behind that. There, let's put you back here. And then, looks like you're drinking my coffee. That's so funny, Sam. All right, I'll be right back. Let me take this cooler out. Okay, I'm back, baby. I got hot coffee. I filled it to the top, and it's super hot. And the girls are on their way. One going to her friends to go off to university, and the other off to help another friend with some yard work. And the lady that I'm building the gate for, so I'll be working on that gate today. I'll be getting finished here, and I won't be working on any stuff here. I will be going out and working directly on that gate and hopefully finishing that gate today. If I can just get one good day to work on it, it's going to be nice and cool today and shady. So I can't wait. I've got a limited area to work, so I may try to free up some space before I do that final push, so that I've got more room, which is going to make it easier to do what I got to do. You know, right, Sam? Because I got to do clamping, and then give them the clamps. I got to give them the clamps, Sam. So yeah. Oh, let's try some of this hot coffee. It's pretty hot. I think it could be hotter. We'll have to heat it up here in a minute. So Halloween. I've been trying to come up with some kind of Halloween stuff, right? I'm gonna do the nighttime nonsense and nostalgia Friday that I didn't get to do last Friday. Somebody ran into a telephone pole. We had gone out to the store before the show and was on our way back, and we were going to come home, start some dinner, and I was going to get in here and get my show rolling, right? And we're, just like leaving the store and come around through a traffic light, and it's like everything is stopped, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there was an accident. And lo and behold, somebody was more than likely distracted by their phone, idiots, and just drifted right off the road and went right through a telephone pole at full speed, and just took that pole and just shattered it, right? So there were a lot of wires and shit. The whole thing just kind of sagged. The broken pole was just kind of hanging there. Hi, Sam. So we assumed it was going to be off forever. It wasn't off for all that long a time. They've got a repair station just down the road where they keep tons of poles and extra stuff, right? And a shitload of trucks. So undoubtedly they called someone over and jacked that puppy up onto a new pole like that. And within a couple of hours we were... And my daughter's like, if it stays off long, can we go to an Airbnb so I can do homework? And we're like, yeah, if it's going to be that long, then yeah. And just about the time we were starting to think about, And then it comes back on, I'm like, well, should I start a late show? And I'm like, fuck it. Taking the night off. And I did. And I hung out with the wife. And it was pretty cool. You know what happened over the weekend was my daughter went to... She went to the local theater that just reopened. It had closed down during COVID and struggled to do anything after that. And finally, it was just an empty hull of a building with, cobwebs all boarded up. And it sat that way for a couple of years. And it just reopened, I think, with new owners. And they're playing new movies. They're playing old movies. Just over the weekend, my daughter went and saw some Time movie. She said it was really, really sad. Her and her friends all cried. And they went to her friend's house, and they hung out there for a couple of hours until it was time to go back for the late night showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? And I'm like, all right, that is that is some throwback stuff there. And of course, my daughter, she knows the movie. She loves the movie. Of course, she knows it. We have the DVD. You know, I was the first one to introduce her to that movie. Many movies, of course. There are many movies that she's now seen that I have never seen, like Napoleon Dynamite. I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, and that's like her favorite movie. So she has yet to share that experience with me, and I'm just kind of waiting for the right time. Honey, you gonna watch your crazy weird movie with me? Right? I mean, she can't think that I'm gonna think it weird. Look at the weird stuff that I've exposed her to, right? I mean, geez. For the love of Pete, right, Ace? I mean, come on. Yeah. But I grew up with a lot of weird shit, so therefore, she grew up with a lot of weird shit. It took me a long time to embrace a lot of the weird shit that I grew up with, because my life was so horrible with the driving all over the place all the time and running around and being chased from one part of the state to the next, and picking up routes all the time and going to 2, 3, 4 schools in a school year. Yeah, it was really, really hard. So some of those good things that I experienced that were because of my father, the radio and the TV and the movies and stuff, I was like, I don't want any of it for a long time. And it took me a long time to embrace it as my own life experiences, not just his, right? So a lot of those things I can share with my daughter, and she can only tie good experiences to most of her life, right? Which I'll have to admit that her and her mother are completely responsible. Her mother and I are completely responsible for spoiling her and making her life as pleasant as possible, even through our own struggles, right? We never tied any of those struggles to her, and I always felt responsible during my own childhood life struggles, just because, well, my parents would, damn kids, and we got to do this, and we got to do that, and we don't have enough money, and well, it's only obvious why we struggle and why we don't have enough money. Well, because there's too many of us. Maybe I shouldn't be around. This kid here, that's a great kid, gets along with everybody. And this is a great kid here. I'm like, maybe if I wasn't around, life for everybody else would be a lot easier. And I used to think like that, and I never wanted my daughter to think like that. Maybe if I wasn't around, if I wasn't in the picture, because that just leads to, a lot of suicide attempts as you get older, and I've been there, done that, So as much of that as I can help my daughter avoid. And then, of course, she's studying psychology, and she gets it. It sinks in. It becomes a part of her, I don't know what she's going to do with the psychology degrees, nor does she, but it's there, right? And it's going to be some part of her life, even if she just decides to go back and take it easy and do some more school and study art. She could be a great artist, right? I mean, oh my gosh. She could totally go back with her liberal arts degree, associate of arts degree in liberal arts, right? She can totally take that and move in and take a bachelor's, take a few art classes, and some art history or whatever, and then boom, jump right into a bachelor's degree in art, right? And then you got art and you got psychology. That's a great combination, That is a great combination to work with people. So maybe I can persuade her to think about that avenue of education. Because if she's eligible for the financial aid, and she can get another degree out of this in another direction, why the hell not, right? She can always go after that master's in psychology or a master's in art after that, right? At her leisure. Yeah. Take a couple of classes a year for a few years, and boom, there's this. I mean, a lot of people do it. She'd be great with a master's or a PhD, you know. She'd literally write her own ticket or whatever, you know. Having a couple of different degrees, and then having some actual experience in that stuff, which is important. You can pretty much go anywhere. Get a job doing anything, you know. She doesn't like to admit it, but she's great with people. She really is. It's like me, it makes her kind of nervous and unsteady and uneasy, but she's all of a sudden, you know, blah, 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 just like me, you know. It's just a matter of getting over that first spooky little hump, you know. Am I gone? Yeah. Bouncing around again. So I can't believe that X-1 is over this week. It's been a long few months of X-1. Let me go back and see when I started X-1. Season morning show, season 3, episode 1. Morning show, episode 32. Morning show. Well, season 3, so this is season 2 in April. The morning show. When did I bring in X-1? Okay, here we go. X-1, episode 17 is on June 16th. So I'm going to assume sometime in June, the beginning of June, we had our first X-1. June, July, August, September, October. 5 months of X-1. Wow, that's been a good ride. That's been a fun ride. I'm going to try to dig up the last 2 shows from Shoreline. The weekend that I attended the last night. I uploaded the last night. I'm going to try to find those other 2 nights and do those. Try to complete that. And then I'm going to search for the 1987 Irvine Meadows one that I did and try to upload that as well that weekend. I only attended 1 show from that event, but I'm going to try to get those that weekend, and that will complete that dead trilogy of shows where this is the 87 is the first time I saw them, and then I saw them again twice in 95. The last time I saw them was in Shoreline Amphitheater. I did go to a show that I didn't go into. More on that later. But X-1, we're just about done with that. Here I'm looking through my calendar of keeping track of my shows and what I did. And I used to keep track of the shirts every day. I would write down what shirt I wore so that I could look back and not repeat my shirts, right? I wanted to have an ongoing, and I did. I repeated 2 seasons without repeating the same shirt twice. I got through half of this season. It's huge. Without repeating. This season has been, what, 5-6 months? Or just getting to This week will be 135th episode of this morning show. We've dropped a couple of episodes, but I've kept the numbers going. At some point, I may go back and address that. But for now, that's where we stand. I have to go back and straighten up the playlist. That's always a bummer. Getting a crooked playlist, yeah? It's crooked. So, yeah, we've been doing this whole season 3 since May. Season 3, episode 1 was April. The end of April? Yeah. Oh, that was a preview. That was a preview of that I did. And then I took a little time off, retooled, and came back at the end of April, right? 29th and 30th. Was it a leap year? And then did the season 3. And it's been season 3 from May, April, June, July, August, September, October. Right, it's like what, eight fucking months, right? 7 months. So it's time to take a break and retool, reprogram, reschedule, revamp. I'm undergoing personal changes, so I'm going to take that time to do some changes to the channel. That's all there is to it. Lemmy. I love Lemmy. What a bass player and singer. Let me heat up my coffee. I'm right back. There goes Sam in the chair. I know, Sam. You want to sit with me, I get it. You can sit with me for the last few minutes of the show, Sam. Can I get in there first, though? Can I? Can I sit down first? Nope. You're going to get me first, huh? All right. I'm a-coming. All right, Sam. Let's have some coffee and Bong Hit, and then we're gonna get dressed and have some breakfast and go work on that gate. Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. All right, I got my Sam. I got my Sam. There's my Sam. Hi, Sam. You're a good buddy, Sam. Got hot coffee. Oh, it's so good when it's hot. I'm telling you. Oh yeah. And let's do let's do that. Let's do one last bong hit. Gotta get some weed. I'm good to get some weed and try a bong hit. Because I want to do it outright, you know? Coffee and bong hits and conversation. We've had some decent conversation this morning. One-sided as it has been, I think I feel pretty good about what I've had to say this morning. Of course, we've had some silence, mainly so that my wife and daughter can get ready in the morning and talk and have private conversation. Oh, not another political thing. So we've had a little bit of silence. I played a little bit of a radio show. That was fun. That was kind of a scary one. It's only 15 minutes long, but it's about kids who take over the world with the help of some aliens, right? Kids make the perfect fifth column, right? Is it? Is it? Oh, even better. It's a booking. It's a booking, which means looks like December we're going to start working on rent. Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's just about paying them bills. You keep your bills down. You can work about the same, right, as you would want to work, and you still get to actually sometimes put a little savings aside, right, for a rainy day. So it's nice. So I try to keep our lives as low key as possible, right? And that saves room for those other little things that happen. And it keeps me from having to go out and continually destroy my body to earn a living, right? Oh, I hate that. That just, makes me so mad. Makes me so mad, man. Man, I'm mad. Man. So. I like this gig economy thing. I like being able to pick and choose what kind of work I want to do whenever I want to do it. I like the vacation rental cleaning thing because I don't have to have somebody standing over me. I know what the schedule is before the schedule happens, even if it's like, guess what? There's an out today. Okay, well, that's cool. You know, because it's not going to kill me. We're going to survive. We're going to actually earn a living, but it's not going to kill me, you know. Between the two of us, we're really good about going out and knocking shit out. Just getting it done and moving on, you know. Let's get done so we can get home and have a life, right? And for so many years, it was go out and work 10, 12-hour days and never see the family. It's like, you know, hi honey, bye honey. I'm home honey, I'm asleep honey. I mean, it was like between working all the time and antidepressants, I never saw anybody. Am I gone? Let me see a message from my wife. Let's do. Why does it keep wanting me to record shit? I'm sick of that stupid ass phone. Keeps making up shit. Let's do. Message. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that will do it. Alright, what do we got here? We got this last bong hit. Here it is. Alright, people. It looks like this is where my day begins. And my day begins with food. So I am going to go food up. Drink some coffee, eat some food, get a good buzz on, and then go outside and clean up my area and make some more space to work. And then I'm just going to get down and do it. I've got to be back here this evening for Minecrafting at 5, so please join me. But until then, I'm probably going to spend a good chunk of the day working on this gate, and then having a little nap before showtime at 5. That's always good if I come into it with some energy, because I'm just going to come in and probably start building a road. Just keep working on a road and try to avoid those fucking monkey mob dudes up there who just want to jump down and attack me. And they're up on a peak above me, so if they jump down trying to attack me, there's a good chance they're going to fall into deep snow, which is good for me. But they could come popping out of the snow anywhere, right? And that's spooky, because I've never had to deal with those kind of mobs in the snow. So yeah, so we'll go long for a few minutes here, so I can have a better feeling about wrapping it up. Oh, and that's hot. That is good stuff, baby. Good stuff.
Yeah, stop doing that, you freak.
He's weirding me out, man. I don't like it. Don't do it.
All right. Okay.
So I'll watch a little TV and eat a little food. Why am I telling you? Because that's what I do. I sit here and I talk shit. I talk about my life. What am I going to do?
I'm going to have a piece of toast.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to eat. But I'll probably watch a little Hardcastle in McCormick, right? Because that'll give me time enough to eat and get high and retool my brain for going out and working on shit. And then I may say, like, oh, fuck it, I can't watch the whole thing. And then just pause it. But outside, what am I going to do? I don't know. I could probably bring some music out with me. I honestly, when it's really quiet outside, I work really, really well by myself, without music, without sound, without noise. The only sounds are me and the tools and the materials interacting, and that's it. I can deal with that. Some people have to have like music cranked up so they can't even hear themselves think. No, I'm not like that. I like to be connected to what I'm doing the whole time, and that means having some nice peaceful quiet, you know. So I'm going to take advantage of the peaceful day we have out there today. Everybody's gone doing their Monday stuff. The occasional dog barking, bird chirping, squirrel squeaking, whatever. That's cool. Car going by. It's going to be nice, pleasant. I predict a nice day. And I'm going to contemplate what I'm going to do for Halloween. And then this evening, I will probably come in after Minecrafting, if I have the energy, and come up with some Halloween elements. I need to find my mask, my Eeyore ears. I need to find some Halloween spooky stuff that we can listen to, and some Halloween spooky stuff I can read, right? I have some Grimm's fairy tales. I have some other stuff. So I'll be poking around and trying to gather up stuff that I can do. Put together some live show, listen to some stuff together, read some stuff, watch some spooky stuff, do a video time machine, right? It'll be fun. I promise I'll do something. Because I still got my teeth. So I can still put on a show. So I'm going to still try to put on some kind of a show, right? People are clocking out now. It's like, all right, I got to go to work. This guy won't shut up. Do the bong hit. Get out of here. All right, I think my pain is sufficiently pushed aside for now. I'm going to get into some food. And get into get into the building MacGyvering mode. I wish I had a big, giant, flat, square table to work on. That's what I really need. That's like impossible to find. I've got a huge metal glass top table that I could probably use. But it's a glass top. I think the last time I used it, I bought a really nice sheet of plywood and put it over the top until I got to where I needed to use that plywood. And then just moved to a sawhorse. But that's when I was building my cabinets, and I needed a big flat table to work on. My closet cabinets and drawers and stuff. Which, yeah. Oh, I need to do some construction in this house. I really do. All right, people. I am going to cue up my end credits and get ready to get the heck out of here, because I got stuff I got to do. I got so many things I got to do, and so little time. You know, tick tock, tick tock. How often do we say we're going to do stuff and then we leave an incomplete life, right? So let me go ahead and cue that up. All right, people. Once again, be kind. Be sure to, you know, spread peace and love, not bullshit. And also, remember, the most important part, remember to stay weird. Because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody gonna do it for you. All right, people, I will see you this evening at 5 o'clock for Minecraft Monday, barring any technical difficulties. You all have a great day. I think I'm gonna have one. All right, love you. Adios.